Is eBay throttling your sales? Is there a sales cap, traffic cap, baseball cap? What is all about it? Let's try to muddy the water even more. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete, eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for a profit. I'm also an unpaid carer for an elderly and disabled person. Today I would like to talk about eBay throttling sales, sales cap, traffic cap, and all that malarkey. And why I think most people get it slightly wrong, in my opinion, or at least it's a kind of misconception of whole idea. And I know it's a very unpopular opinion. I'm going to get destroyed in the comments under the video. Well, that's life. At least I will try to explain my way of thinking and my point of view. Now, I've got the feeling that we as resellers, we are giving eBay too much credit. We treat eBay as it was some sort of a big brother who is watching everybody and applies some sort of correcting measures to to people. Now, I don't know if it does or if it doesn't, but I'm an engineer, guys. Matrix movie has made me sick. Yeah, I went out of the cinema before it has finished. Yeah, take a moment and think about it. Has eBay got such a massive computing power to watch, analyze, and apply correcting measures on all those million accounts that are selling on eBay? Really? I mean, really? I'm not saying it is impossible. All I'm trying to say is that economical? Is that economically viable to spend all that money just to watch sellers and throttle their sales, throttle their traffic? For what? What is the goal in it? What is the reason in it? If you say it's promoted listings, that I say it's rubbish. Because less than 20% of sellers uses promoted listings. If you look at revenue from promoted listings and revenue from final value fees, there is nothing to compare here. There is nothing to compare. It's not like promoted listings is like 50%. It's way much less. It's like what, 20%, 10%, 5% of final value fees that eBay gets out of us. Because if you think that only 20% people of sellers using promoted listings and some of them promote at 2%, and final value fee is like what, 11, 12, 13, 15%. I know Amazon can afford it. Amazon can afford it to flipping watch every single person in the world. But that's a completely different league. Literally, Amazon run half of the internet on their servers. Go to Google and Google who uses Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services is their server farms. Yeah, just Google who uses it. I'll tell you what, you will be gobsmacked. You will be amazed. Amazon is a Satan itself. They run half of the internet. Netflix alone pays Amazon $20 million a month for using their servers. $20 million a month. But can eBay, with their own servers, can eBay be even close to that kind of server power? I don't know, but to be honest, I don't think so. First of all, little caveat here, and I hate this word. What we are trying to do here is to predict future based on the past, yes? We can see what has happened on eBay in the past, and we try to figure out how eBay will work tomorrow in the future. That is what statistics is for. And statistics is based on probability. The fact that something has happened yesterday doesn't mean the same thing is going to happen tomorrow. It's only the most possible outcome. You know that tossing a coin will give you 50-50 split between head and tail. But it doesn't mean that getting 5 tails after 5 times tossing the coin is impossible. It is possible. Yeah, it is possible. And on eBay, there is so many factors that determine if you are going to get a sale or not, that the margin of error is present and it's significant. You can get half a dozen late delivery defects in one day. Impossible? It just happened to me 3 weeks ago. Yeah, okay? So, that's the thing to remember. Second thing is, when I say traffic, I don't mean impressions. When I say traffic, I mean impressions and placement, where those impressions are. Number of impressions is traffic quantity. The placement in search results is a traffic quality. Quantity and quality will give you proper picture. Yeah? Who cares that you are getting 1 million impressions if they are rubbish impressions? Yeah? The higher your impression is in the search result, the greater chance for a view in general. Now, Kevin Stoic Reseller. I can't wait for his results of his test, of his experiment that he's running. Yeah? I was working on video since October on this video. I've changed my script like 83 times. But I need to make that video now because Kevin has made his video and he is on it and he tries to prove some things or deny some things. And it's absolutely great news. And this is why I decided this video has to go live, although I can't confirm or deny anything at the moment, or not much at the moment. Yeah, at least I'll give you some of my insight from my perspective, and maybe Kevin will get some help out of this video as well, or I will muddy the waters even more. So yeah, whatever. I really admire Kevin, to be fair, yeah, as a side note, because he wants to know shit, yeah, he wants to know how shit works. And I love this in people, that trait in people, yeah. Understanding the world around you is something that my late father planted in my brain 40 years ago, and I try not to lose it. And I try to pass it to my boys. Kevin, good job, mate. Good job. I wonder what your education is, and I got funny feeling that that is something about engineering, but I don't know. Now, I'm not going to talk much about Kevin and what he's doing. Go to his channel, have a look. If you don't know him yet, link is in the description. His shop is unique in a sense that he's not promoting anything at the moment. So, for example, his number of impressions and click-through ratio are not skewed by promoted listings. My shop, on the other hand, is unique in the sense that I'm not growing it. I have the same 1,500 items at least for like last 4 years. I used to have more, but not anymore. And I must say though that I change my stock according to the seasons. So in summer stock, in winter stock. That has to be said because that changes things, I believe. So I'm in the situation in my shop when I can observe my impressions, my views, and my sales, knowing that the growth of my shop has nothing to do with it, as there is no growth. I'm not getting more and more and more impressions because I got more and more and more and more items in my shop. Yeah, and that's important. That's quite important, to be fair. So let's consider some basics here. Yeah, imagine a situation. Yeah, I'm a seller, you're a buyer. Yeah, you are on my items page. You're looking at my item that I wish to sell, and you wish to buy it. You have found this item, you've clicked in it, you are looking at it, and at this point, what can eBay do to prevent you from buying it, to prevent me from selling it? Without resorting to dirty tactics like oops up error page, there is nothing eBay can do. You have found this item, you are looking at it, you wish to buy it, and eBay can't stop you. Now let's take a step back. You are looking at search results. There is plenty of search results, one of them is mine. And it looks good, and you want to click on it to have a look into details of the item. Again, what eBay can do to prevent you from doing it? Again, nothing, unless it will apply dirty tactics. You click on my listing and you got the page. We've looked everywhere. Yeah. So tell me, guys, if eBay can't stop you from buying, if eBay can't stop you from clicking on my item, so tell me, for God's sake, how eBay can throttle the sales. All it can do is throttle the impressions and placement. And there is a long way from impression to the sale. I've got 5 million, 6 million impressions and 200 sales out of that. eBay can't throttle or cap your sales. It can only throttle your impressions, your placement, your traffic. It will result in lower sales. But as such, eBay can't do anything to throttle your sales. And that's, I believe that's important to say, and important to distinguish, important to understand. Because people say eBay throttles sales. Bollocks, eBay throttles traffic. So, also, eBay can give you worst kind of traffic, kind of browsers, not buyers. People who just browse eBay for fun, because they want to have a look. And then they very seldom buy anything. They have to look at 1,000 items before they buy one. Yeah? Okay. It's like, guys, it's like the result is less sales, but it's an outcome of lower number of views, and that is outcome of lower number of impressions. You can't have a chicken, which is your sale, without having your egg to hatch first, yeah, and that's your impression. Next, how eBay works. Setting aside promoted listings money grab that we can witness at the moment, the most important for eBay is you to sell your items, because that will bring them your final value fee. eBay has no interest in lowering the general number of sales on the platform. It's happening naturally because there is less and less people using eBay. So why would they lower it even more? They want to have as many transactions and as they can, because every transaction is money, 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 money. Okay, glitches, bad coding, bad management, bad CEO decisions. I agree. They have a play here. But in general, the whole idea of eBay is the more we sell, the more money eBay makes. So what's the point of throttling sales? What's the reason to do it? And there must be a reason. I will not accept the claim that eBay has to spread traffic and sales among all the sellers so everybody gets his fair share. Or eBay throttles somebody's sales just for fun, just out of spite, or something like that. I just refuse to accept it. It's a conspiracy theory. Are they trying to force sellers to use promoted listings? Maybe. It's in some extent probably they do. But I don't think that they are doing it by throttling sales. But this promoted listings theory sounds half credible to me, half credible. Next, people are sheeple. I know there are viewers who are offended when I say so, but that's true, at least in my opinion. We are herd animals. We want to belong to the group. When we hear other people saying eBay throttles sales, we start to repeat it without even giving it 15 seconds of thinking. Because it's a simple solution. It's a simple explanation. And you know what? It puts blame on eBay instead of us. You know? That's who we are. That is why it is so easy for media, for politicians, for teachers and others to manipulate people or so-called public opinion. That is why it is so easy to convince people that it's all immigrants' fault. Guys, why Instagram influencers earn so much money? Because people follow them. Entire social media concept has been created on idea that people are sheeple and they follow. Let's have a look at some numbers now. I'll show you on the screen. I'll explain you what the numbers are, then pause your screen and have a look at them and try to figure it out what they are saying, and then we're gonna talk through it together. So first column, I believe on this side it is. First column, no, on this side actually, on this side. First column is the month. Second column is monthly impressions in millions on my main shop. 7 months, as you can see. First month is the last month that I haven't been using anything related to my poor man's method, and then the rest of the months, right? So second column, impressions in millions. Third column is views in thousands, and the last column is sales in pound sterling. Yeah. Keep in mind that I haven't grown my shop. All I use is my 1500 free buy it now allocation and my 600 free 7-day auctions. I don't go overboard. I don't want to pay insertion fees, but I use up every single listing that the eBay gives me every single month. I never leave anything behind. Well, last time I've left something behind was in October. I've I've left maybe 50 auctions behind, maybe 100. Yeah, just pause the screen and have a look at them. As you can see, my impressions, they wobble a bit up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. But in fairness, they are pretty much constant. I would say about 6 million on average. Would you say so? Maybe 6 million, maybe 6.1, something like that. Next, what you can see in views is a significant growth in views in January. Very significant growth, January and February, comparing to previous months, especially comparing to those first months. Now, before that growth, those views were pretty much constant. I wonder what is going to happen next in March and April and stuff like that. Next, we've got sales. And as you can see, I've basically doubled my sales if you compare my January and February sales to my October sales. I have basically doubled them. Now, we can see that without growing the number of items, I pretty much get the same traffic, the same impressions, the same 6 million impressions every month. Then I've got pretty much the same number of views up until January. Yeah? My guess is that in January, or maybe a little bit earlier than that, maybe half of December, eBay decided, yeah, this guy is doing good job. Let's give him better placement in search results, which means that with the same amount of traffic, I'm getting more views because people click my items more, because they are higher in search results. That's the only explanation to this number. Yeah. Also, like I said, I wish I knew what is going to happen next with that number. Is it going to stay? Is it going to drop? Is it going to go even higher in a couple of months? Yeah, anything can happen, but I think that eBay gives you that 3-4 months, and if you are doing a good job, they will give you better placement. That's what my numbers are saying at the moment. Yeah. So if you look at that, in my opinion, if eBay is capping anything, my numbers show that it's traffic, it's impressions, and it's placement. It's the number of impressions that you get with the same amount of items. Consistently the same number of impressions, wobbles a bit up and down, but generally the same. But as I progress in doing great job in selling my stuff, I keep getting better and better and better placement in search results, and I can basically add 60-70% on top of my views. Yeah? Hence my views have skyrocketed in January. Still the same number of impressions, but better impressions. Yeah? Without disrespecting anybody. What I want to say is, stick your listing habit when where the sunshine can't reach it. And concentrate on selling habits, because if eBay can cap anything, it's impressions. They can't cap your click-through ratio. They can't cap your sell-through ratio. If you know how to improve them, they are not going to stop you, because that would be counterproductive to them. And they can't do anything to do it. I'll say even more. If you can grow your click-through ratio and sell-through ratio, meaning if you know how to sell more out of the same amount of traffic, eBay will reward you with better placement, and then it will give you more views and it will give you more sales. So I think it is safe to say that we've just established two facts. One, if eBay throttles anything, it's traffic, not sales. And two, it must be doing it for a reason, whatever that reason is. And in my opinion, there are only two reasons that I can think about: profit maximization and positive buyer's experience. Profit maximization. eBay will send the best traffic to the seller who gives them better chance of closing the sale, because that will give them maximum profit from limited resource. In this case, from limited traffic. Just think about it. You are doing the same every single day of your life. You want that bang for a buck. And eBay wants it as well. They want to get as much money from the traffic that they have. Number two, positive buyer's experience. eBay will not send its best traffic to the account that has a history of dropping the ball in terms of positive user experience, positive buyer's experience. And also, algorithm will avoid creating a situation when there is a chance, there is a possibility of bad buyer's experience. Algorithm will avoid that kind of situation. So I'll start with the latter, yeah? That applies mostly to accounts that have a dispatch time like 3 days or more. But I've also seen it on the accounts that have 1 day dispatch. As soon as you reach certain level of sales between your dispatch days, eBay will throttle your traffic, because eBay doesn't want a situation where there is a chance of you getting overwhelmed with the number of orders you received, and you will only dispatch half of them, and you will move half of them to the next day. I had worst traffic stoppers when I have dispatched my items, but for whatever reason, I've left 1, 2, or 3 undispatched, because I couldn't find them, because something else. Sometimes I was losing momentum for weeks because of that one item left behind. Also, when I reach about 20-25 items sold between my dispatch days, I see noticeable drop in traffic quality and quantity. Yeah, and that causes slower sales. Again, they don't want me to sell too much to get overwhelmed on my dispatch day. Also, what I have noticed is that when I've got a lot of watchers on my auctions and they are going to end soon, I also get less traffic on my bins, on my buy it nows, because algo is saying to itself, yeah, this guy can have a lot of sales on those auctions soon, yeah, so let's slow down his traffic so he doesn't get overwhelmed when those auctions will end and all those watchers will buy those items. But I must say that happens to me very, very seldom, maybe once in 7-8 weeks. But to me, all that is perfectly reasonable. If eBay does it, if eBay throttle my traffic, I do understand why they do it. Because they want to avoid that situation. Yeah? They want you to be sure that you will dispatch everything on time. Especially if you have history of dropping the ball. INATs, item not in stock, late dispatch, late delivery, dispatching only half of your items or only part of your items and leaving the rest to the next day. Not clearing your orders to zero. If you are dropping the ball on a regular basis, for the algorithm, it is the clear signal that you can't cope with the workload. So why would algorithm give you more? Chances are you are going to drop ball even more often, even more times. Now let's talk about profit maximization. I've touched that subject in my promoted listing videos. It's simple. eBay's traffic, it's huge, but it's limited and it's going down in recent years. So they have to do their best to maximize profit pulled out of that traffic. And they can only do it by sending the best traffic where there is the highest probability of sale. If you are converting the traffic that they send you, you are going to get better placement and you are going to get better traffic, more views, as you are converting the traffic that they given you. But stop converting and you are going down like a lead balloon in those search results. Guys, concentrate on selling. Concentrate on selling your items and you will be fine. Pick up the speed, get the momentum, get the velocity, jump on that sledge and go down. It's like a carousel in the park. You know that children sit on and you push it and it spins and you push it and it makes few spins and carry on pushing from time to time. From time to time, you push it, you push it, you push it until, and it never stops because you keep pushing it until those little monsters get sick and you want to go back and you can go back home to watch telly. But if you stop pushing, those little monsters will come up with idea to do something else, to go on a swing or something like that. So how can you bypass that cap? Like I've said, keep selling, stop dropping the ball. There is one more way to do it. It works a charm. I've tried it a few times over the years, last time at the end of October, beginning of November. Last week of October, first week of November. I will tell you about that method in some other video. Because I want you to come back here and watch my videos and watch my content, okay? But this video is already half an hour long, so there is no point for me to spend another 20 minutes explaining that method. That's it for today, guys. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button. If you can share it in social media, I will be very grateful. If you wish to support the channel further, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. I keep my fingers crossed for Kevin, and frankly, I can't wait to see the results. Go and have a look at Kevin's channel and have a look what he is trying to achieve, what he's trying to prove, what he's trying to deny. Yeah? Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you next time. God bless you all and bye-bye.